I organizer of this meetup, the Silicon Valley Newtech meetup. Also co-founder of a startup called Lefora.com, Lefora.com.
And for how long have you been doing these meetups?
This meetup, exactly 3.5 years. So it started January 2006, and this is the 3.5 year mark.
Wow. How many meetups have you made?
How many meet? So 12 a year, 36
48.
plus.
Almost
48?
40.
Oh yeah, almost 48 for 40. Yeah, so 42.
Wow. And,
I've only missed 2.
How did you come with the idea?
Well, actually, kind of started this in the eye of a meetup I used to. I'm originally from New York City, or from New York area. Went to a meetup in New York City that's the New York Newtech meetup. Similar format. It's run by Scott Heiferman, the founder of Meetup.com. I always enjoyed it. Had a really great time. When I moved out here, I was like, oh, I don't know anybody. I want to meet people. I had this really great time at this meetup. Why don't I start something? So started in a coffee shop, as most meetups start. 6 people for the first meetup, and just kind of kept growing a little bit more each month. And now it's 4,000 members strong, and I cut it off to the first 150 that RSVP each month.
And what type of things do you do during the meetup? So you have one thing that shocked me is that people get here before the meetup starts. Yeah.
Oh, that people are here early?
I didn't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that shocks me. Now, I find myself showing up earlier and earlier, where I used to show up like 10 minutes before 7, and it's like kind of halfway packed. Now I'm making sure that I'm here before people. Before the meetup starts, it takes a half an hour just to kind of like get the presenters all set up, let them know what they have to do. I put signs around, name tags. I keep it really informal. There's no greeter at the front door. It's just a pile of name tags that says grab one, write your name on it, put it on your shirt.
So the pizza is gone when
pizza goes within. That's one reason why people keep coming early, is that the pizza goes very quickly. I think it's like 30 pies that go like that.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Hungry crowd.
Pizza hungry people. Yeah. So you make 3 demos every time? That's the way
4 demos. Yeah.
4 demos. Okay.
And so
there
this
was 3
time,
today. Yeah.
3 today, because the last one was kind of talking about historical data for this meetup. So I just wanted to use that time to like talk to the crowd and grab questions.
What type of demos do you make? Any types of IT things, internet things?
So they're mostly web companies, consumer-oriented, and the number one factor I'm looking for is that they're interesting. So if they're interesting, they spark people's interest, I want to put them up.
And have you, in 3.5 years, you've probably seen lots of changes in the types of demos that are being made. How would you make summary of those changes? The evolution of the
evolution.
demos.
So I'd say early 2006, everything was social. It was social networking, friend software, photo sharing with my friends. That's really changed, as now there are a few reasons. One, there's a few big players there that dominate that. And 2, all of those social features are inherent in any product that comes out now. I mean, even if it's, something about, making money on blogs, there's still the idea of who's in your network and who you're sharing that information with. So a few years ago, primary focus was the social network. Now that's an underlying feature, and people are making services on top of that.
Okay. And also the amount of people that come, it's constantly growing, or do you see differences in
since I keep it locked at 150, it's been around the 150 mark. So tonight was actually a little shy of 150. Sometimes it pushes towards 200. And it's just more people kind of coming in and crashing, depending on who's demoing, or if a certain month is really popular. Now being the summer, it's just typically a little bit lighter.
And any success case that you remember from the demos?
So there's...
Especially that you remember?
So earlier we were showing some people from 2006. So some companies that demoed then, Bebo.com, they've done very well. IMView, Eric Rees presented, imvu.com. They've also been pretty successful in terms of monetizing their product and making some pretty good revenue.
And Image Shack didn't demo?
Image Shack, they may have a while ago.
You don't remember it so well.
So I've had 155 companies come through here. I know Image Shack from a few different things. I'm just not sure if they demoed here or I met them somewhere else.
Good. So do you plan to keep going doing this forever?
At some point, right now, I'm loving it, having a great time, want to keep doing it. I would imagine at some point I would kind of hand over the torch and have somebody else pick it up and run it.
So great. I think I asked you everything I should ask you.
Cool.
Do you think there is something else that you wanted to say?
The website is newtechmeetup.org. My personal blog is vinnie.net, vinnie.net.
Okay.